Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I want to welcome y'all to my YouTube video. My YouTube, first of all. Holla at your boy. Second of all, let's get straight to the topic, right? So, um, PFF, which is like you know, I guess an advanced stat nerd style of reporting. They do great work with just football. Mostly, I never even try to look at them for any other sport, but for football, when you're looking for just advanced stats and just crazy stuff, airtime, if you're gambling, you're really trying to get into their stuff, it's one of the best sites you can go through. Um, they made a top 10 quarterback list. I'll start off by saying I think the list sucks, but let's go through it, right? So we'll start at number 10. If I can find number 10. Right. So number 10 is Lamar Jackson. Number 9 is Baker Mayfield. Number 8 is Kirk Cousins. Number 7 is Matt Ryan. Number 6 is Dak Prescott. Number 5 is Josh Allen. Number 4 is Russell Wilson. Number 3 is Aaron Rodgers. And number 2 is Tom Brady. And number 1 is Project Pat Mahomes, of course. Right. So let's get straight into it. My issue. Lamar Jackson being 10, right? Former MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, right? And Baker Mayfield, who is very, very below average, somehow ends up at number 9, right? So if anybody actually watched football, you would see or you would know that Baker struggled throughout the year. For most of the year, he struggled. The running game, Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb's ability to also be able to catch out the backfield, along with 1,000 yards running, even though he was hurt at least 5 or 6 games, he still had 1,000 yards rushing. His ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, along with Kareem Hunt, and his explosiveness is why the Cleveland Browns did so well offensively, because it wasn't Baker Mayfield's throwing, because he had Odell Beckham and he couldn't get Odell Beckham the ball. And he had Jarvis Landry and he could barely get Jarvis Landry the ball. A lot of tight end passes, a lot of short passes, a little bit of scrambling, a lot more running from Nick Chubb, at least. I think they had 3 different running backs in rotation at one point. When Chubb went down, Kareem Hunt picked up the slack pretty well. The fact that he's number 9, the fact that he's even on the list, to me is pretty crazy, because they're basing off of one season. And if we base it off of one season, which is last year, he wasn't even better than, I forget his name, the quarterback for the Chargers. Let me not be disrespectful. I'll look him up. He was a rookie. Justin Herbert. I don't know. I forgot that, but Justin Herbert. He didn't play better than Justin Herbert last year. So for him to be on here at all, I think it's crazy. But for him to be over Lamar Jackson is even crazier, right? Number 8, Kirk Cousins. Let me just be silent for let me count them. Kirk Cousins, right? So Kirk Cousins had, I think we can agree, 2 of the top 10 receivers on this team. With Justin and Thielen, right? He has a top 5 running back on his team. Top 5 to 7, right? Let's just say 5 to 7, but he rushes for 1,000 to 12. Let's say he rushes for 1,200 yards per season. So that's why I say top 5. And he's really a fucking running back, right? And Minnesota is absolutely terrible, because all that Kirk Cousins can do is be average. He can throw for 4,000 yards, but he's going to throw 20 touchdowns and 15 intercepts or 20 touchdowns or 20 intercepts. The fact that he is even on this list, or even close to being on this list, to me, is crazy. The fact that he is 2 spots above Lamar Jackson is even crazier, because what are you basing this off of? You're not basing this off of last year, because he was trash last year. You're not basing it off a span of 2 years, because Lamar Jackson was the fucking MVP. So what are you basing it off of when you have Kirk Cousins at the number 8 spot, right? I have a problem with Matt Ryan being number 7. I don't have a problem with Matt Ryan being on a list. I have a problem with him being number 7. He should have been 10 or 9. And Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield shouldn't even be on this list, because I have no idea what you can't be basing off of last year. You can't be basing off of last year. This has to be a multitude of different years. It's a stupid list, right? I don't care if it's an opinion. It's a wrong opinion. It's a dumb opinion, right? Dak being number 6 is fine with me. Josh Allen being number 5 is not fine with me, because again, what time span are you basing this off of? You can't have a guy who is average and he has one breakout season, and he is the top 5 quarterback in the league. He's a spot below Russell Wilson. Now, I understand that the barometer for quarterback is not that great, right? It probably has never been that great when we think about it. You think about 2000, you think about the 90s, you put a top 10 quarterback to list together for the 90s, it's gonna be much fucking better than this list. Let me not play games. You did it for the 2000s, it's gonna be much better than this list. The fact that Kirk Cousins, who has been absolutely abysmal the whole time, can make it to a top 10 list after a year he's been absolutely abysmal, is kind of crazy to me, right? Um, Josh Allen should be on this list. Number 5, it's a little crazy. If you, I don't know, what can you possibly be basing off? That's what I'm confused about. Um, what is this based off of? Because Russell Wilson's name is spelled wrong. I don't know if I have a problem with Aaron Rodgers at 3 and Russell Wilson at 4. I think I might switch him. Actually, I think I will switch him. That's not a major problem, but I will switch him. Tom Brady would be number 2, and Project Pat Mahomes would be number 1. Let me know your opinion. Do you think Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield are better quarterbacks than Lamar Jackson? And if you do, what the fuck could you possibly be basing it off of? And how many years could you be basing off of? And it can't be last year, because there's no way you saw those 3 quarterbacks play last year and you did first, second, and third list, and Lamar will be third. That's just not possible. So thank y'all for watching. Holla at your boy. Let me know in the comment. Like, subscribe. Cheers.